The third time wasn't the charm for the Pierce City School Board. In April, it tried to pass a school bond to build a new middle school, and it failed for the third time.
The biggest opposition is the town's historical society. For 2 years running now, the building's been considered one of the most endangered historical places in Missouri. In tonight's My Ozarks, KSPR's Doug Magditch looks into the history of the building and why the school district says it needs to go.
Pierce City, Missouri has always been known for its history.
It was still an 1890s town. They had preserved almost all the buildings.
That's one reason the town was so devastated by the tornado of 2003.
Collapsed buildings and roofs and tin and trees turned over.
The town is rebuilt, but it will never be the same. That's why local historians are so desperate to keep the buildings that survived.
Otherwise, it just becomes a town without an identity.
In 1921, Pierce City built a new high school.
That was the signature of the community.
You can actually see daylight coming through.
At nearly 90 years old, it's no longer something the entire community is proud of.
It's obviously not what you would build if you were starting from scratch.
Bad wiring, bowed floors, leaks, and a deteriorating staircase.
So next year there will not be students using the third floor.
More than one structural engineer has said the building either needs to be replaced or restored.
Can we save it?
And that's what these two community leaders disagree on. Restore,
save it. It's worth saving.
Or replace.
Eventually this one would be demolished.
I'm not angry at the school board. I just feel that they are showing a lack of imagination and a lack of interest in preserving this really valuable building.
Things change and needs change, and for our district we've kind of reached a point where we felt like we need to make a decision. We can't keep putting band-aids on it.
If it's ever built, the new middle school would go up right here in front of the old middle school, and as for what they'd do with the old building, well, likely it'd become a parking lot.
We want to be respectful of the old building, and so we want to do something with the new addition to kind of remember, whether it be a mural. We've talked about using the bricks to build a gazebo.
Here, Cordy says he has better and cheaper plans to renovate, but the school board won't listen.
It just isn't on their radar. They just aren't interested in other possibilities.
Moreland says the Historic Society is holding on to a memory, not a reality.
It's not the same building inside as what it was. And so bottom line is, yes, we recognize it's an older building. There's a lot of memories, but our main focus here is to educate kids.
In Pierce City, Doug Magditch, KSPR News.
In the last two elections, the bond got more than 50% of the vote, but it needs 5/8 majority to pass.
The Historical Society says it will keep fighting to save that building, but it's voters who will decide. It will be back on the ballot again either this November or in April 2011. We'll keep you posted.
Maybe the fourth time will be the charm. Your full weekend forecast is straight ahead.